Hello friends. In this video, you will get to know about the do's in SEO. So, let's get started right away. Here are 10 do's for a successful SEO strategy. 1. Fine-tune your keyword strategy. Keyword research is the foundation for product page optimization. When conducting keyword research, always use product-focused topics that users are searching for. Don't fixate on volume. Instead, think about relevancy and what will actually convert. 2. Optimize titles and meta descriptions. Title tags and meta descriptions are very important in product page optimization. Make sure you include details like brand name, name of the product, model number, or any other important information. 3. Mark up product pages with structured data. Having the correct structured data type can help your brand appear in rich snippets. All product pages should have product schema and review schema, which can drive more impressions and clicks, improve your CTR and drive more sales. 4. Add clear and helpful FAQs. High-quality content that meets the user's needs is key to ranking high in search engine result page. If users do not find your content useful, your bounce rates will be high, and customers may decide not to buy from you. 5. Always write unique product and meta descriptions. Each item can rank for branded and non-branded keywords and should therefore include a unique description to take full advantage of SEO. Give consumers helpful, meaningful information to encourage them to click on your listing, thereby driving more traffic and sales. 6. Share real testimonials and customer reviews. Product pages with customer reviews see conversion lifts of 52.2% more than their review-free counterparts, so this should be a no-brainer. Genuine testimonials from customers who have tried your product speak volumes to in-market consumers trying to figure out whether or not to buy from you. 7. Test landing pages to find the best tools like Optimizely and Google Optimize provide an intuitive way to test even the slightest variations within product pages, which you should absolutely do to figure out the ideal configuration. 8. Use high-quality video and imagery. One of the drawbacks of shopping online is you cannot physically touch or test the product you are considering. High-quality images and videos can fill that gap by providing end users with the information they need to feel confident in their purchases. 9. Minimize page load times. Your product pages must be optimized for mobile. More and more consumers are conducting their online searches this way. Fast-loading web pages will get your content in front of your target audience more quickly and provide a better user experience. That, in turn, helps increase sales, revenue, and pages per session. Plus, it gives you a leg up on the competition. 10. Audit your product pages for technical issues. Product pages can often be duplicated because of faceted URLs, which can cause a lot of headaches for SEO, such as 1. Duplicate content. 2. Wasted crawl budget. 3. Split link equity. To avoid these issues, audit your pages to see which technical and content elements need to be optimized, if any. Problems to watch for include 1. Duplicate title tags and meta descriptions. 2. Slow page load times. 3. Broken links. 4. Thin content. 5. 404 pages. 6. 302 redirects. 7. Missing structured data. You will get to know about the don'ts in SEO. So, let's get started right away. Here are 10 don'ts for a successful SEO strategy. 1. Don't use product descriptions. From the manufacturer's website. Many manufacturer descriptions are not compelling, lack all the information a customer needs, and are not optimized for search. It's worth taking the time to write more informative and engaging descriptions. The more detailed information, the better. 2. Don't kill your seasonal pages. Once peak is past. While removing seasonal pages after the peak period may seem sensible, doing this will leave you with the same uphill battle every year, once again, trying to regain the authority your site needs to rank for seasonal terms. And by the time you do this each year, it will likely be too late. If you have a seasonal product page that has built up rankings, traffic, and sales over time, do not eliminate it. 3. Don't use automated optimization. Dynamically populated product pages with the product's name as the title tag, followed by brand and nothing else, is not a best practice. Also, using automated descriptions and changing just a few variables could negatively impact your CTR. 4. Don't pull out of stock pages. Sometimes products go out of stock, especially when supply chains are stressed. But if the product is temporarily unavailable, you should keep the URL live, especially if the page has rankings and traffic. 5. Don't use the wrong type of structured data. Structured data, that is, reviews and product data, can help your site rank in the rich results and drive more traffic and sales. Many brands use the wrong type of structured data or do not implement any structured data. Both hurt your site rank. 6. Don't use weak calls to action or omit them entirely. Oftentimes, many brands do not have strong calls to action, CTA, but clean and easy CTAs are a must-have for any site. Remember that the main job of your product page is to drive revenue and sales. If it takes users too long to find how to purchase your products, they will instead visit your competitors' sites. 7. Don't optimize for keywords suggested by brand owners. Often a brand owner wants their product to be ranked for a specific keyword. But in order to that, you need to first check the search volume and do your complete research before optimizing for a keyword suggested by anyone. 8. Don't miss opportunities for internal linking and backlinks. Often, brands build links to their home pages and category pages, but forget about product pages. But these pages can rank, especially for long-tail keywords that have high purchase intent and can dramatically increase revenue and sales. 9. Don't charge the wrong price. Not having the right pricing strategy can cause consumers not to buy your products and possibly not to trust your brand. This is especially true when prices spike on products high in demand, as we experienced during the baby food shortage. 10. Don't forget mobile optimization. To appreciate just how important it is to optimize for mobile shopping, consider that more than 60% of online shoppers in the US shop via mobile devices, and more than 1/3 are mobile-only shoppers. Not having a mobile-friendly product page can cause users to not even consider buying products from your site. Concluding, brand building is a long-term commitment. Even when it doesn't immediately lead to a buy, it's an assurance to customers that they can trust you. And being vigilant about your SEO is an important way to build that trust. I'm sure you had a wonderful learning session on SEO and have some good takeaways as well. You will get to know about the types of SEO hacks. So let's get started right away. Black hats and white hats were used all the way back in the 1920s in Western films. They were an easy way for the audience to tell the difference between the hero and the villain. What is white hat SEO? White hat SEO means following the rules. Simply, you use only ethical tactics and follow search engine guidelines. What is black hat SEO? Black hat SEO means using risky practices. You use tactics that may or may not work. These range from using tactics that go against guidelines from search engines to more dangerous activities. What is good and bad practice in SEO? The only rules we have to go on in SEO are the ones given to us by the search engines. Search engines get to decide what conditions must be met to feature on it. The algorithms used by the major search engines have been developed over the years to combat obvious and unhelpful manipulation of the search results. The difference between black hat and white hat. The core difference between black hat and white hat SEO is whether you are working in the spirit of the search engine's guidelines. What is gray hat SEO? As with a lot of SEO, there are differing opinions on what gray hat SEO is. It's a mixture of white hat and black hat techniques. It's a tactic that is currently either white or black hat, but with changes to the ways search engines work, could become the opposite in the future. Why do these definitions matter?